what's the state of the company?
You know, TSYS, things are going great at TSYS. We just had our first quarter earnings call, which went really well. We had a good first quarter. 2013 was a very good year for us. You know, we are continuing to grow. We've got a lot of business lined up in a pipeline of new business to be added. We just this week are adding Bank of Montreal, which is one of the 5 largest banks in Canada. We're very excited about that. So things are going really well at TSYS. I mean, we're like anybody else. I mean, we would like for the economy to be a bit stronger. We are continuing to hire, though. I think the last I looked, we had 400 open jobs that we're...
Is that in Columbus or across the board?
That's across the board. And I can't, Chuck, I can't tell you how many in Columbus, but I would say it's at least half of them.
For somebody that doesn't know, where are some of the places these people are working?
Well, we've got probably 250 in Alpharetta. We've got another 300-400 in Kennesaw. We've got probably 2,000 in Europe. We've got 300 people in Cyprus, of all places. 100 in Moscow. 700 or 800 in Tempe, Arizona. I mean, they're scattered around. We've got call centers in Sudbury, Canada, which is a suburb of Toronto. We've got one in South Africa. We've got one in the Netherlands, and we've got a big one in the UK. So we're scattered around pretty good. Well, you know, when you go back to 1966, which was well before my time, when CB&T got their first computer, they really got into the card business in 1959. But it was all done manually with posting machines. But in '66, there really wasn't a lot of software. There wasn't a lot of people in the business. CB&T was an absolute pioneer in the credit card business, and you know, you still would have a lot of people around Columbus that would remember that, the CB&T charge account, and so there was no software to buy. There was really no place to go process, and so it sort of had to be invented here, for lack of a better term. And I think it was invented, it was built, and by today's standards it would be incredibly primitive, but it worked, and it worked well back then. Absolutely.
There wasn't an interstate in or out of this town. There wasn't a 4-lane road in or out of this town.
I remember it well.
How do you become a pioneer, a technological pioneer in that environment, in this community at that time?
Well, I think the fact of the matter is we had invented a pretty good piece of software at that point in time that a lot of people envied and thought was pretty neat, and it was better than what the average bank around this country, even the much larger banks, it was better than what they had. And we didn't need roads, and we didn't need, I mean, we needed technology. We needed data lines and people who knew how to deal with that technology. Now, could we have kept on growing the way we've grown if we had not done some unique things to recruit people? Had the town not changed the way it was perceived? I can remember, we're doing this interview today, there were 3 cotton mills on this site that had been abandoned for 20 years. And so, you know, the Riverwalk was there. We thought this could be pretty neat to have a campus that kind of rambles along the river here, and we've got this Riverwalk, and you know, we can help downtown Columbus, and we can help this city. And so we decided to do it, and it's worked out very well for us. We love this location. Under your conventional wisdom, but Columbus has always been sort of an amazing city to me. I will promise you that you will not find another city the size of Columbus, Georgia, anywhere in the world that has 4 public companies operating in it. And in Columbus, Georgia, you've got TSYS, Aflac, Synovus, and Carmike. Certainly nobody had ever thought that TSYS would be a major employer. I don't know if back in those days anybody thought that Aflac might even be a major employer. They both certainly are today, but
where would Columbus be without TSYS and Aflac right now?
Well, I mean, Columbus would be here. Columbus would survive, but I think the difference is when you have companies the size of these two companies, it really does have a major economic impact. I mean, I feel very humble to be in the job that I'm in today. It never ceases to amaze me when I drive over that bridge every morning coming from work and look at that massive parking lot and that garage over there that holds 700 cars. And it's a lot of pressure when you sit there and think those people are coming to work thinking that I really know what I'm doing and I'm going to look out for them and I'm going to make the hard decisions, I'm going to make the good decisions, and fortunately we have made a lot more good decisions than we have bad ones, and it's worked out good for us. You know, we talk a lot about quality and doing the right thing at the right time, but the truth is if you don't have integrity to start with, you don't have a cornerstone to build a value system. You got to start with integrity. And when I grew up, most of the people that I was around were good, hard-working people that you know, just didn't make a lot of money. Now, I have a lot of people that I run into that think I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and just because I've got a great job at a great company, but you know, I've been lucky in a lot of ways. But the truth is, I've had a lot of people pat me on the back just when I needed it. Had a lot of people encourage me just the day I needed it, and you know, I'm so thankful for those folks. I think Columbus has this fantastic work ethic. When I say Columbus, I'm talking about this whole region, Columbus, Phoenix City, the Columbus region, if you will. And that's not to say that we got a great work ethic in Atlanta and Tempe and the UK, but we set the standard here in Columbus, I think.